Hi everybody and welcome to this episode of Beth's Best. Today we're not at Disney, we're over at Universal and we are at the Hard Rock Hotel Orlando at Universal Studios, Florida. Let's check it out.
Your home for Disney room tours, guides, and reviews. Hit subscribe and the bell.
So we are in a garden view room with 2 queen beds here at the Hard Rock Hotel Orlando. The garden view is the most popular room category here. They also have standard view rooms and they have pool view rooms here as well. Now, the garden view is going to give you a view of landscaping around the resort. Standard view is going to give you a view of the front parking lot area and the porte cochere, and the pool view rooms are going to give you a view of obviously the pool, with the upper level floors giving you a view also of the theme park attractions. So lots of great things to talk about here at the Hard Rock Hotel Orlando. I'm going to start off by giving you a tour of the room, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of my input and insight into this resort and why I think you should stay here. So this is room 6089. We are on the 6th floor here. There are up to 7 floors, with the 7th being a club level lounge. So when you walk in, you've got a closet here. It's a very small closet. It's very narrow. It's not very wide, but it is large enough to roll your suitcases into. You've also got a safe, an ironing board, hangers, extra pillows and blankets as well. Then next to it, you've got the mini fridge, and across you've got the bathroom, which is a split bathroom arrangement, which I'll show you in a minute. So let's check out the kitchenette mini fridge area next. So the closet is now behind me, the bathroom is in front of me, and this is our little kind of kitchenette area. It's not like staying over at Disney in the DVC rooms, which you guys know I love and have tons of videos on, where they have, because they're DVC units, they have, sinks and everything like that. This is just a very basic hotel accommodation. So you've got a small Keurig here with a single cup. They will sell you Fiji water for $7.50. And then you have a small mini fridge here, just a standard hotel mini fridge, and then you do have a drawer here as well for tucking any kind of granola bars or things like that that you might have brought with you. So nothing fancy, very standard for a hotel, but totally will work. Now I want to show you the split bathroom. So right across the way from the little kitchenette mini fridge area here, we have a split bathroom arrangements. Now you guys know I love this because it makes it really easy if you have multiple people trying to get ready in these rooms. And I have to be honest with you, when I was looking at photos before I booked this hotel, I was kind of unimpressed by the bathroom arrangement, but this space is actually a lot larger than it looks in photos or in video, because it's got an angle to it. It just ends up being a really nice, spacious area. And I do like the fact that they give you a makeup mirror. It does not light up, but you have a single sink here with tons of counter space. Not a lot in the way of storage, but lots of counter space to put your stuff, which is nice since there aren't any drawers or anything down here. And then through the door here, you've got your tub shower combination. Standard, 1990s hotel build. Nothing too fancy, but the water pressure has been fine. No issues there. You've also got a toilet, and you've got another single sink in the bathroom area as well. Again, I wish there was more storage or some more shelving around where the vanity is in the second bathroom, but it's totally, totally workable, right? You can still have people brushing their teeth, doing your hair, washing your hands, whatever it is that you need to do. So it is nice to have that separate sink. Do wish there was more hanging space, but it is what it is. And we actually found that this was really helpful while we were getting ready. I also want to point out that we have some of the first real kind of hard rock touches in the room. Right here in the bathroom behind me, you've got this drumstick arrangement, which is really kind of fun. There are a variety of little hard rock kind of inspired touches throughout the room, and this is the first one you're going to run into here, which is really kind of fun. Now let me show you the remainder of the room. Welcome to the main living space of the room. So again, this is a room with a garden view with 2 queen beds. They also do have king bedrooms here as well as deluxe rooms, which just have a little bit more space with a larger seating area. This room does have a seating area, which I'll point out in a minute. Now, the beds were very comfortable, a little bit soft, but totally fine. You're gonna run into the second real kind of hard rock feature here in these rooms, which is the mirror, which has, it'll tell you based on your height what other celebrities or musicians are the same height as you, which is really kind of fun and interesting. Great little detail to have here in the rooms. Now this resort is the second resort that opened here, the second one that they built, the first being the Portofino, which is right next door. Now this resort was built in I think 2001, so I do want to let you know there's not a lot in the way of USB ports. They've added like 1 in the room, but that's it. So make sure you bring your adapters with you when you are staying here, but you do have a nice bedside table here, lights on each side, and even if you have 4 people in this room, there's a small secondary light on each side of the bed as well, like small reading lights, so you can have those to use. Across the way, we've got a TV. It's about a 50-inch TV. Works just fine. You've got 4 large, very deep and wide drawers, so they're perfect for unloading your packing cubes if you're here for a while. You've also got next to it a small seating area with 2 chairs. On the wall, there's a vinyl records inspired piece of art, so another hard rock detail. And then next to the window, you're going to have a small seating area, again with 2 chairs and a small table. I actually really loved the small seating area next to the window. Very comfortable place to just kind of relax and unwind, put your feet up if you don't actually want to sit on the bed, especially if you've got 4 people in this room again. I do want to point out that this room is a lock-off. A lot of the rooms here are lock-off, so if you have friends or family who are also staying here, you could ask to get adjoining rooms, and then you'd be able to open up the space to have a larger communal space to share. So that's something to think about as well. Now, again, we're on the 6th floor. We are east facing here. We're in 6089. So our garden view is a view out over where the boat dock is. We're looking towards the parking garage for the main Universal Studios resort parking, and we have a view of the little boat launch, which is nice and relaxing. You can kind of hear the boats moving in the background, but it's not loud or intrusive or anything like that. But again, the garden views are going to be a whole variety of view categories. It's just kind of their general bucket landscaping view. So this is the room. Now I want to give you my thoughts on the resort and why I think you should stay here. Okay, so you have seen the room. Now I want to give you a little bit of insight into this resort. And I have to tell you, I think Hard Rock is going to be my favorite resort hotel now moving forward. And I will tell you why. Number 1, with all of the deluxes here, so it's going to be Hard Rock, Portofino, and Royal Pacific, you get the express pass automatically for everybody in your room. So especially if you've got 4 people in this room, the express pass can legit make up the cost of the room that you're paying per night, and you're basically staying here for free. The express pass makes a huge difference here in your experience at Universal, especially if you're here during a busy time of year. So make sure you do the math on that, because it is fantastic. I know everybody talks about it, but it's true. Now, the other thing I really love about Hard Rock, it is the closest resort to the entrance of any of the parks. So we are on the side with Portofino, so we are closest to the Universal Studios Florida theme park. If you're familiar with Universal, you'll know there are 2 main theme parks, and then there's Volcano Bay. So Universal Studios, we are about a quarter of a mile on the garden walking path from here. It is legit from the entrance, exit of the building, like heading to the park, to the security checkpoint is a 4-minute walk. you're legit in the theme park in 5 minutes. It's fabulous. Super, super easy. It's the shortest walk. Portofino Bay is a bit farther out, and Royal Pacific is on the Islands of Adventure side, and that's about 3/4 of a mile. No disrespect to Royal Pacific, because I love Royal Pacific, I love the theme, but it is definitely a farther walk. The other thing that's nice about the garden path on this side is that not only is it shorter being here at the Hard Rock, it's also shaded. There's a lot of green space, a lot of trees, so if you're here when it's really, really hot, you're gonna really appreciate the shade when you're walking back and forth. So that is probably my second big reason to stay here. It's just the location. It's also the smallest of the 3 deluxe or premier resorts here at Universal. This hotel, Hard Rock, only has 650 rooms versus the Portofino has 750 and the Royal Pacific has 1,000. So that's kind of a pro and a con depending on how you view it, right? I like the fact that here at Hard Rock, being the smallest of the 3, it's quieter. It's one main building. You don't have all these towers everywhere. It's just condensed. It's quiet. The downside to that is that they have fewer amenities. They have one big pool. It's a great pool. It's a very large pool, but there's only the one pool versus if you're over at Portofino, there's like 3 or 4 pools, and Royal Pacific has a very large pool complex. I think they have 2 actually independent pools over there. So it just depends on how you look at it. But you do have a bar here. You have the Velvet Lounge, which opens in the evenings, and they have live music, which is very cool vibe. Enjoyed that a lot. You've also got the Beach Club, which is a pool bar and grill out by the pool. Actually really good food. They do have servers that come around and get you whatever you want while you're hanging out at the pool. I personally really enjoyed this resort. I like the intimacy of it, but again, think about it, because the other resorts which have larger room counts also have slightly more amenities in terms of the number of restaurants and things to choose from. So it just depends on how you look at it and your own personal preference. Now I want to know, have you stayed here at the Hard Rock Hotel in Orlando? If you have, do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Is this your favorite, or do you prefer a different hotel here at Universal? I really want to know in the comments below. I also want you to let me know if you have any questions about the Hard Rock Hotel in Orlando. Anything I can answer for you. If you're wondering if it's a pet-friendly hotel, it is. We've seen tons of little doggies here, which has been great. So let me know, comments, questions, give me your opinion. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you want more Disney and or Universal content. I do more Disney than Universal by a landslide, but hit subscribe, follow along on my next Beth's Best adventure. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.